Didak been reported the smother by Betts, kept it alive, the impossible goal! Goal of the year, Eddie! Stouch goes on in the middle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, in today's episode, we have the big man, Tim English. He was requested by a young man. Let me show you who requested him. Let's have a look. It was requested by, because sometimes I can't remember these things, okay, but this one I do remember. Let's go down. Okay, it was requested by a young man who also gave me a small donation, so I'd like to thank. Actually, a big thank you to Uap 1583. He's a good man as well. Now, it came from Matt Jan Supercoach, okay? Or is it Matt Jan? I'm not sure how you pronounce this. He says, Tim English player review, and he says, just cover down. Now, Tim English, priced at 581k. That sounds like a bargain, okay? That sounds really cheap. Now, is he worth that price? Because we've got a few ruckmen, okay? Now, if we go to the ruck department, we've got Sean Darcy at 529k, and we've got the Conning at 547k. So, is English going to outdo the two of them? Or is he good enough to be in the top three? Because you can actually have three ruckmen this year. But don't forget, we still got Gawn and Sherry. So, can English outdo... well, we know Gordon and Sherry are going to be a top two, so he needs to be the third best one. So he actually has to outdo these two. Okay, so can he outdo the Conning and Sean Darcy? Well, let's find out. Now, going back to 2022, this was the year I actually started with Tim English. I put him on. I started him in round one that year, and I took a bit of a punt. I thought that his groundwork was like possession wise, he was sensational, and I thought that maybe his ruck work isn't the best, but at least he'll get disposals, kicks, marks, or whatever, and it worked out really well because 2022, that was the year I came in the top 10, and he got me off to a flyer, okay, 123, 99, 152, 96, and 138. Then he got injured, and this killed me because he was a pod, no one owned him. Tim English, and I picked a pod, and it got broken. So it let the others catch up again. So I had to find new avenues of pods, but this one really destroyed me because no one was able to get him in. Okay, it was too hard for them. However, as you can see here, Tim English has the ability to go nuts. He can go 160, but he's been injury affected in the past. Okay, you can see here a lot of injuries here. Now the following year, 2023, started really well. Okay, 134, 139, 130. This is like sensational. Okay, and this year I didn't start him. Okay, so because I was burnt the previous year, so I didn't start him. And look what happened. He killed me in 2023. Not owning English actually killed me. It was end of season for me. That was the year I didn't do too well. Okay, now, and that English was the main reason. He can destroy you if you don't have him, and it scores like this. And everyone had him except for me. And this is his peak price was at 725k. Okay, now in 2020, now we're going to find out why he did all this. Okay, and why in 2024 it dropped by 20, because his average. Because after seeing all this, people started him. Okay, and he actually started okay, but he actually had a few good games. Then he went quiet, okay? He had a couple of stinkers, an 87, a 91, an 88, because this is your prime ruckman, okay? You want this man to go nuts. You want this man to always go 120s, 130s, especially when you pay 715k for him. Now, we're not paying that much, okay? We're paying a lot less. So our expectations should be a little bit less, okay? However, what happens if he does produce this? Okay, what happens if he produces all this? Okay, well, what happens? Well, similar starting price, his price rockets. Okay, you can see here the six. Well, it dropped because of the fact that he scored a 90, but actually didn't go up much, did it? He had all these big scores. Only went up. Well, he went up 100k. Okay, sorry, I'm wrong. He went up 100k by round 7. unattainable virtually by round 7. Just a bad score of 90 dropped his price back down. But anyway, let's have a look at his heat maps and what's going on with Tim English last year. Now we go to DFS Australia and we go to Ruck contests because there's something I want to check out here. Okay, let's go to Ruck contests. Okay, let's go to Western Bulldogs. Now we're going to compare Tim English. Okay, in that 2022 season, actually more 2023 and 2024. We're going to see the difference. What happened to Tim English? Now keep in mind, okay, they had Darcy play at the Dogs, and he took a bit of ruck time, and so they had to develop Darcy. So English lost a bit of ruck time. Let's see how much did he lose actually in that ruck time. Now, if you go have a look here, let's go to 2023. All right, how much ruck time did he have? Well, he was the sole ruckman. Okay, you can see here, he did share it with a bit of, when he went on the bench, Lob took some of that ruck time. However, in 2024, things changed a bit because he was no longer that sole ruckman, because even though he was the head ruckman, you still had Darcy here getting a fair chunk of that ruck time, okay? And even Lob at some stages, but Darcy was getting a fair chunk of it. So Tim English actually spent some time forward. However, there's been news reports out, and this is the word on the street, and normally I give you the black market news, okay? But this is actually the real news, okay? This is the news on television. Just coming down. Now, the news reporters are saying that Jamara Ugelhagen, okay? Now, Jamara has some issues that need to be sorted out, okay? So he's rocking up to training once in a while, okay? Doesn't come every day. So it looks like Jamara may not start. We don't even know if he's going to play, okay? We don't know what's going on with Jamara. So with Jamara out for now, out of the picture for now, it means that now Sam Darcy needs to play forward, okay, with Aaron Norton together. So we've got Rory Lobb playing in defence. So Tim English now becomes solo ruck again, okay? Now he doesn't have to go forward anymore because that's covered now. And plus, Darcy has developed now and he looked good last year in the forward line. So let's check out what Tim English did stats-wise 2 years ago compared to last year. So between solo ruck and sharing the ruck. Now, disposals-wise, okay? Now, keep in mind his disposal efficiency is actually very high for a ruckman, okay? Normally they just get the ball and kick it anywhere. But Tim English is like a ruck rover, okay? Now, in 2023, all right, 18 touches, 21 touches. Okay, he had a bad game, 10 touches. In that bad game of 10 touches, scored a 143. What happened here? That's not bad. 19 touches. Now, this is for a ruckman. 25 touches. Like, these are huge at 64%. So he didn't even do that well and scored 163 Supercoach points. So you can see that the numbers are around about the 20-25 mark. Okay, now, last year, they dropped. Not many hit 25, actually hardly any. 15, 17, 16, 16, 14. He's at his peak when he's at 20-25. And when you spend time, let's have a look at his heat maps, okay? It says ruck here, all right? But you can see he's spending time forward, all right? He is in the ruck, but he's also spending time forward. Whereas if we can go to look at a few of these, all right? And it'll give you an indication, all right? You can see here, spending time forward. Now, if you have a look at the color codings, okay? It says here defense is 50, that's green. The blue one is defense mid, okay? The yellow one is forward mid, and the red one is forward 50. Now, take a look at 2023, all right? Let's go 2023, it's around here. You can see the reds are low, okay? You got the couple of big ones, but they're low. But if you go to 2024, the Reds have increased, okay? They're quite big, okay, except for this one here. And this one here has got a 138 without spending time in the forward line. Otherwise, the Reds, again, no red here, it's got a 131. So what is that telling you? That's telling you that when he doesn't go forward, he's going to score a lot of points. And keep going. Look at all the Reds. Okay, and when you got too much Reds, he's scoring an 87, 85, 83, not scoring much. Okay, when the Reds diminish a little bit, 83, you got a 139. So it's the forward time that has destroyed English last year. I think that forward time is gone now. Okay, he may run to the forward line once in a while, like Max Gawn does, and just take a grab and still kick a goal. But that's not the forward time we're worried about. It's when he spends time in the forward lines, a full forward is what we don't want. And I think this year could be the year we see Tim English as a solo ruck. So my final verdict on Tim English, and this is going to become a big prediction now, okay? But value-wise, it's definitely, there's so much value on Tim English, okay? I think right now, okay, in all my team, and Darcy as well, but especially Tim English, I think he's minimum 100k undervalue, okay? There's so much value on him. And if he does what he did in 2023, okay, and you don't have him, and like I didn't have him, your season's over, okay? Because he single-handedly destroyed me in 2023. It was him alone. And the only reason I didn't start him was because he got injured in 2022 and burnt me after this. So he's virtually he's 100k. He's got 100k value in him. Okay, points wise, what will he average? I think it'll be very close to his 2023 mark. Let's just go unders on it and say it's a 120 to a 130. Okay, that's what I think he's going to average. Keeper, yes. Okay. Decision for me, yes. He's actually locked in my team, and for me, okay, it's a must-have. However, there are a lot of there are 5 good ruckmen this year. Okay, so and we only got 3 spots. Okay, only. Okay, we've got so many spots. But for me, he's a must-have. Now, the only issue I have with the other 2 ruckmen, okay, now let's go over here. I have no issues with Sherry, okay. I have no issue with Gorm, but they're top dollar. You're paying the full price for them, okay. No discount, okay. You with English, Myers has a stock take sale on right now, okay, and they're giving you Englishes at 100k cheaper. They're giving you Darcy's even cheaper, and they're even giving you the Connies cheaper. Now the problem here is problem for Darcy now is his knee, okay? So we don't know if he's going to start round 1. He's gone to Qatar, okay, to get it looked at. So we're going to find out more information, but he's a 50-50 at the moment. If he starts, I'll start him. If he doesn't start, I'm going to have to pass on him, okay? But the Conning also has questions over him, and this is the Carlton supporters seem to think that the Conning is going to become the number 1 ruck, and there'll be no Pitternet, okay? However, I've heard a few Carlton supporters are very skeptical about that now, okay? Now they're changing their minds. I can't believe this. Just calm down. So, if we see Pitternet in that Carlton team, you can't pick the Conning, okay? Because the Conning, I've done his preview, and I've showed you why. So, it makes English the safer option out of the 3 of them, okay? You're very safe. His only issue is he has the round 12 bye. Okay, now we have everyone having this round 12 bye. That's another problem because Sherry also has the round 12 bye. So here is the problem. When you go to show buys, and if you own, actually, forget Gorn, okay, let's change this. If you own Sherry, DeConning, and English, okay, if you own the 3 of them, what happens is the round 12 bye, when you go here, what happened to it? Maybe I have to save this. Okay, let's save this. Okay, the round 12 bye, you got a big problem. Okay, round 12. If you own all 3 ruckmen, none of them are playing. Okay, now let's just, for argument's sake, say Boyd's not playing. You virtually have no one in the ruck and no one at flex. Okay, so you're stuffed. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Just cover down. Okay, you may have to hide that round, take a trip overseas, do something, go for a holiday, take the misses out, but don't look at the scores because you have nobody playing. You got Sherry missing, DeConning missing, and English missing. No flex, no ruck. Okay, you can't fix this. Okay, it's disaster. You can't even replace them unless you trade them out. So that's the only problem with English. If you own also DeConning and Sherry. So for my final notes, okay, and I'm saying this because I've experienced it. Okay, it happened to me. If you don't have him, if you don't have him, he can destroy you. Okay. Absolutely destroy you if you don't have Tim English because the consistency in his scoring is unbelievable as a solo ruck. Now, these are figures because you got to keep in mind he doesn't get tagged. Okay, he's virtually a midfielder that doesn't get tagged, takes intercept marks, and has the odd hit out to advantage. Okay, but the hit out to advantage isn't his source of points. It's the other stuff he does, the kicks, the marks, the loose man, because he's more mobile. The other ruckman can't keep up with him, so he's always loose. So you're going to get these kind of scores if he's on his own, and it's going to be very, very hard to catch up. I mean, where are you going to find 670k in round 7 or 680k in round 7? We're going to find that kind of cash because it's a similar starting price there. It's impossible because you're going to be too worried about getting other players in, fixing up your midfield, your defense, your forward line. You're not going to worry about the flex position right now, so he's really going to destroy you, okay? So that's why, for me, I absolutely have to start him. I can't pass on him. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining, and remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.